Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa McAllister, and you're listening to The Melissa Made Show. Now, for decades, I've dedicated myself to helping women break the cycle of dieting, navigate through all the fads, and change their lives through my nutrition coaching. Now, each week, I'm going to talk about everything from deep nutrition, mindset, self-care, the ideal workout routine, tips on how and why to implement intermittent fasting in your life, my favorite recipes that are not only crowd pleasers, but they're actually healthy for you, and so much more. Now, with small and consistent changes, you can defy aging while living a happier, healthier, and more heart-filled life. I'm so excited to show you it's possible with the right strategies that are so simple to adopt. Hey everybody, welcome to Melissa Made Show. So today I wanted to talk about skincare, because skincare is healthcare, right? And here lately, gosh, for several years, I've been trying really hard to undo some of the, the unlove of my skin. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. So I was the typical, grew up in Spokane, Washington, where we had beautiful springs in summer. And as soon as spring would come, I was out there for hours on end, baby oiling myself up, trying to get as tan as quickly as I could so that I just looked really good for summer. Then we moved to Hawaii. And, Hawaii has some pretty harsh skin, but you ready to be floored a little bit? I not only I took my kids to the beach. When we first got there, they were too young to be in school. So I entertained them by taking them to the beach all day long. And I wasn't very good about sunscreen. On top of that, I had a girlfriend and her mother owned a studio with a tanning bed, which in Hawaii, I'm sure probably wasn't used that much, but I used it. And not only that, but I would go in, there was a 20-minute bed. I would go in there for the 20 minutes. And my girlfriend's mom, when it was done, would walk back in and turn it on again. So I would lay in there for 40 minutes, so twice as long as I was supposed to. I probably cooked my insides. So I wasn't good to my skin. I didn't care. I was part of the fitness industry. I was in fitness videos, I think at that time. Was I in fitness videos at that time? But I just looked so healthy. And it was so important to me to be tan. And so I did everything that I could to get there. So promise you probably haven't done as much skin damage as I have over the years. But at the same time, I'm trying really hard now, which, like I said, I have been for several years, to obviously stop the sun damage, and then to also try to do what I can to improve upon it. I'm not trying to reverse it. I can't. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm not looking for anything more than just an improvement. And that's a little bit even hard to find. So we'll get into, at the very end, what has really worked for me. But I wanted to go over some of the things that we can do that will help. But let's just talk about the obvious first, get that out of the way. We just need to be smart. Obviously, sunscreen is very important. Duh. However, I do think that, we have very low levels of vitamin D in our population right now. And so a little bit of sun absorbing into your skin is good, especially in the morning. So if you can, be unsunscreened in the morning and get out there and get sunshine in your eyes and on as much of your skin as possible, that's great. For 15, depending on your skin, might be 10 minutes. If you're super white, not used to the skin, or it could be up to 30 minutes. If you're a little bit more used to the sun, then do that. And even if you are about to go out into the sun for the afternoon, hold the bottle of sunscreen, but give yourself maybe 10 minutes of just getting that natural sunlight before you protect yourself head to toe. Don't fall into the trap that I used to do, though. I used to tell myself, I'll put it on in a couple of minutes, and then I'd either forget or I would just be like, I'm fine. And I wasn't fine. So natural sunlight is imperative for it to hit your skin and to absorb and to turn into vitamin D. But we just got to be real careful the time of day and how long we're out there. But I don't want you to think that you shouldn't get any sun on your skin. Some is good and it's personal. Everybody's different depending on where you live and if you're like me, how much damage you have or how used you are to the sun, how quickly you burn. But sunscreen on your skin, especially, in those really UV heavy hours in the middle of the day is very important to helping protect your skin. A healthy diet, you knew I'd say that, but we're talking healthy diet, the colors of the rainbow, like I always say, just the more diverse diet you can have, the more nutrients you're going to have in your body, the better it's going to feed your skin from the inside out. Stay hydrated, drink lots of water, and not just water, but Celtic salt. So we always hear about Himalayan salt. So this is a little off subject, but Celtic salt, I heard, has like 91, 92 minerals in it. And that happens to be the same amount of minerals that your body needs. So even just taking, I read just like a sunflower seed size of Celtic salt on your tongue, let it dissolve, and then drinking your water in the morning is a wonderful way to get a lot of minerals that you need. I actually went and I bought some Celtic salt the other day because I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this a try. It's expensive. Sorry, I shouldn't whisper. It's expensive. It's really expensive. At least the brand that I trusted, which I can't tell you what it is right now. So I wasn't going to talk about this, but it's a blue bag and it just says Celtic sea salt on it, but it's a good brand. So, drinking water, you need those electrolytes with your water so that your body, those electrolytes help your cells absorb the water. So you have extracellular water and you have intracellular water. And we want intercellular water. So it's the difference between like water retention and actually being hydrated, that the water's getting into the cells. Okay, moving on. Sleep. I know Melissa's a broken record, but you need good sleep because you produce collagen when you sleep. Enough said, right? Collagen has been shown to help the body, the skin, the face, all sorts of things. We need collagen. And the better our sleep, the more collagen that we produce. And then last but not least, again, what Melissa preaches is you need really good gut health. One of the things that I know people's guts, the majority of the time, if they've got like cystic acne, especially as an adult, that is a sign that your detoxification system may not be running properly, or that you have gut health issues. I mean, it's an organ and it's one of the ways that you detoxify. And if you're not detoxifying that well, it's going to show in your skin, inflammation, acne, redness, all that stuff. So that's just a sign that things aren't functioning inside correctly, is the acne on the outside. Now, aside from that, we've got things that you can do topically. So things that you put on top of your skin outside of sunscreen. So I've been hearing a buzz, and I think it's promising that there's actually pre and probiotic lotions. So your skin has its own microbiome, and these lotions could be beneficial in helping the quality of your skin. Before I sat down to record this, I did go on Amazon and I tried to look up my favorite brands of lotion, ones that I trust. I trust Eucerin, I trust CeraVe, Cetaphil, I trust, La Roche-Posay, probably mutilated that. I trust those kind of brands. La Roche-Posay, that's almost a bad word. Has a prebiotic lotion, and I've tried that, but it's something worth looking into. If you use lotion, consider getting one that is a pre and or probiotic lotion and trying that instead, and see if you see an improvement in the quality of your skin. Not only that, but there are things like Retin-A, tretinoin, Triluma. Whenever somebody comes to Mexico or they ask me advice, because you guys know there's a pharmacy on the corner of every single Mexican street. There's usually two. I mean, it's ridiculous. I've been heard they're owned by certain people, so that makes sense. But they're always like, what should I get at the pharmacy? Sometimes I will suggest Latisse, because you can get that there. And then I also tell them to get like Triluma, which is prescription here in the United States, but it's just a skin renewer. that it's triluma, so it has 3 ingredients in it. And I don't know all 3, but I know it's, I think, a little bit of retin-A and the tretinoin, and I think one more. All of my estheticians, nurses, dermatologists might be able to help in the notes, but that has been, I've been using that for a long time. I mix it in with my lotion. So I have a regular lotion like the ones I mentioned before, and I will take that tube and I will just mix it in with my lotion just to get a little dose of it. And I really think that helps. And then, of course, also topical things like vitamin C and vitamin E have always been helpful, but you can also get that in your diet. So you can put it on topically, but you can also get those vitamins that will help your skin from the inside out. Next, supplements. So there's a million supplements out there, I know, and it's kind of mind blowing. But again, I think I mentioned in an earlier podcast, collagen is, there's no reason not to take collagen. I haven't seen too much. I saw one person on social media say that collagen is bad because I think she said it ferments in your gut, or it goes bad in your gut. I'd never heard that before. I personally haven't seen any studies on that, but that's the only person I've ever heard say, I didn't know if she had any credentials, but that collagen is bad. Other than that, I always hear from people, they have good effects with it. What's the words I'm looking for? Good. Does Melissa need coffee? What time is it? It's 3:44 p.m. No, I don't need coffee. But they just had a great experience with collagen. And I have been using Besha, Besha. You can get it on Amazon. It's really inexpensive, comes in a glass jar, which I think is great. And their claim to fame is it's great for, skin quality like wrinkles and for cellulite. And they have studies that show the 6-month difference. So personally, you guys know me, I took it for 6 months before I mentioned it. I don't know if I saw a big difference in the wrinkles because I've been doing a lot of things. That's why we're doing this podcast. I've been doing a lot of things to try to improve upon the aging process and the sun damage all at once. And so I don't know if that played a big role or not, because I was doing so many different other things. I can't just say it was that. And I don't have any cellulite. Sorry. I know that makes some people mad. I don't have any cellulite. I have really loose, saggy skin in that place. So if that makes you feel better, but I don't have cellulite, but it's been shown to help there. So take some collagen. That's a great supplement that you can take for that. Omega-3 is so important for so many reasons. It's anti-inflammatory, which is great for the brain, but it's also great for the skin. And studies have shown that taking omega-3 just helps with the quality of your skin when it comes to redness, those rashes, the acne, just the inflammation of the skin is better improved by getting healthy doses of omega-3, which you can take as a supplement, or make sure you're, having your nuts, you're having your fatty fishes in your diet several times a week. And if you aren't taking, a good amount of omega-3s, then you will probably notice quite a difference if you start incorporating that into your diet, for sure. You know me, I've always not been afraid of my healthy fats, and I've never had an acne or rash kind of a problem. And I do attribute it a lot to my love of salmon and walnuts and chia seeds and flax seeds and all that stuff. So the healthy fat, I think, has helped me. One thing we all need to be taking care of is our gut. Now, it impacts literally everything: your weight, your mood, your skin, your digestion. And because your gut houses up to 80% of your immune system, a healthy gut is truly the gateway to feeling your best. Unfortunately, our bodies are being attacked every single day and wreaking havoc on our gut health, stress, toxins, and even just one day of eating a Western-style diet. Now, thankfully, with Just Thrive Probiotic, it's now easier than ever to give your gut what it needs to thrive. Just Thrive's breakthrough award-winning probiotic is the only product on the market that's proven to turn your gut into an antioxidant factory. Do you hear that? Yes, this probiotic actually produces antioxidants right in the gut, meaning you get maximum immune, digestive, and total body health support. Wow. It's vegan friendly, gluten-free, dairy-free, histamine-free, and non-GMO. And the best part, you can open the capsule and sprinkle it onto any food or drink. It's the perfect recipe companion to keep your whole family healthy. Now, Just Thrive has been loudly endorsed by some of the biggest health luminaries on the planet, including me. And you can learn more by listening to the podcast that I did with Tina Anderson just a little while ago. This company is changing the game in the supplement industry. No fake marketing, no claims, just real, scientifically proven results. You know, that's important to me. So if you're looking for the best in gut health and immune support, choose the clinically proven, award-winning power of Just Thrive Probiotic. And guess what? You can save 15% off site-wide when you go to justthrivehealth.com and use the promo code Melissa Maid at checkout. Vitamin D is another really big one, which goes back to the sunscreen that we talked about. If you're slathering yourself up with sunscreen, never letting sun touch your body, you've got two choices. I would love to see you naturally get it from the sun. It's the best way to get it, but you can also supplement with vitamin D, but our levels, generally speaking, are very, very low. One of my clients, I just saw her blood work and she's at 24, and that's just not high enough. So we're going to work on that. You want to get that vitamin D in your diet by supplementation and or by getting sun exposure when you can, or there's even those lights that you can buy, you know, to put on your face. You know, if you don't get a lot of sun in the area that you're in, they're very inexpensive, or it's winter time while you're working, get some of that light hitting your face. You'll notice a difference. Vitamin C, you know, vitamin C is an antioxidant. You want your diet to be very rich in antioxidants, which is a lot of colors of the vegetables, a lot of colors of the fruits, a lot of colors of the fruits. And vitamin C is a big one. And you can put vitamin C on topically, obviously, or you can get it working for you from the inside out. And I think both ways are great. You know, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D from outside and from the inside, working outside. Best way to see positive changes in your skin. The last two are ceramides and hyaluronic acid. Now you can get those obviously topically as well, but I think they work better when you ingest them. That's why I drink the BT drink from Peak Tea, because it has both the ceramides and the hyaluronic acid in it. And it actually just tastes really good. It's very refreshing. So that's usually where I get the hyaluronic acid and the ceramides. And I've been drinking that for quite a while. And I really do think it helps with the hydration of my skin, because I'm the kind of person, I'm very dry. I have very dry skin. I always have. And so I noticed down by my calves and my ankles that it would just be ashy and kind of flaky and dry. And since I've drank that has completely gone away. So I really think it's helping me nourish from the inside out. For sure. Okay, let's talk about treatments. So we've got, it's on the market. We've got IPLs. We've got chemical peels. We've got facial exercises. You've seen those? I mean, I have to admit, you guys don't watch the YouTube videos, but I'm kind of doing it right now, where you watch them kind of pull on their face and it actually looks lovely. I would love to pay someone to do it for like 15, 20 minutes a day for me. It's just different. It's like when you scratch your head or somebody else scratches your head. So facial exercises can be very beneficial. I think there is truth to that. And I'm just going to sit here the rest of this podcast and I'm going to rub my face because it really feels wonderful. Anyway, that's something that you can do, obviously. But I wanted to talk to you about the one that I did, and I put in my stories today. So if you're listening to this and you want to see the pictures, I have it saved on my favorites. Just message me and say, can I see the pictures of your face so you can see the trauma that I had to go through? It's a CO2 laser. I don't know if it has a fancy name. My dermatologist isn't the kind of dermatologist that also does face fillers and you know, the cosmetic stuff. He is a dermatologist, a very smart man. And they had just gotten that laser, and I can't remember why, but I did it probably about 4 years ago, and I didn't know what I was in for. And it was before he moved it to the surgery center. And there was, it was traumatic for Mick because he was there. And first they gave me laughing gas. That was fun. And he filled from like my cheekbones down to my décolleté full of that lipo fluid, the fluid that they put in you when they liposuction the fat out. So I looked like swollen. I mean, I had no neck, zero neck. It was just this fluid all the way down to my breasts, essentially. And he put these metal shields or contacts in my eyeballs because he wanted to get close to the eyes. And they're like, we're going to go really deep. And that lipo fluid, I guess, helps numb you as well. And I'm like, go for it. So you got to find somebody that's excited to just, you're down for the count anyway. You're paying for it. Just get the most out of it that you can. And it was an experience. I mean, it was so gross. I don't know what else to say, because you're very puffy, you're bloody, you're pussy, but oh my gosh, you guys, it worked wonders. And at the time, I think I paid about $2,500 for that. I don't know if that's still the cost because it was 4 years ago. Things have changed, but it's about $2,500. And every single day I would wake up, it was a dramatic difference. So, I mean, it got worse the second day, probably worse the third day, the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh day. It was remarkable. Your face heals so fast. It's crazy, which is one of the reasons why they don't want to do that CO2 laser on my body, because they said the blood flow in your extremities and your trunk are not near as good as they are in your face and your neck. And so that's why you don't heal as well. And it might actually do more damage than good. So I was disappointed to hear that I can't do it anywhere else on my body because I had such good results on my face. But I'm not giving up. I'm going to find something that really helps me undo this. Besides just trying to be a very healthy human. But the CO2 laser was awesome. I have heard great things about Morpheus. You guys know, I went to go see my girlfriend, Dr. Lauren. She has that machine. The place that I go right now to get my filler and my Botox and stuff, they wish they had that machine because they say it's a really good one. So if you have the opportunity to do Morpheus, which I think is the skin pen pretty much, you know, it just pokes a ton of pins in you. And that was a little painful, but it wasn't too bad. I don't know, again, if getting that Morpheus 8 done made a big difference, because I'm the kind of girl who's doing 5 things at once. And so was it the collagen? Was it the Morpheus 8? You know, could it be, I've had Sculptra put in my face. Dr. Lauren put Sculptra in my face one time. And since then I've had it done twice with Tracy here in Texas. And so could it be the Sculptra? I don't know, but without a shadow of a doubt, if you're looking for something that's going to be very inconvenient for a week, but it's going to have the biggest difference, then I would find somebody that just say the CO2 laser face remover. Plano Dermatology is where I had it done. So you could even call Plano Dermatology if you wanted to know the name of the laser, because I'm sorry, I don't know off the top of my head, but phenomenal. So skin, you know, one thing that I also heard as I'm going to end this, that I thought was just, it was so profoundly stupid. But when I read it, I'm like, that's so true. Don't mistake dry or aged skin for old skin. Duh. So make sure when you're in the shower that you are, you know, you're using a sugar scrub or you're using a loofah or something that just really helps get off the old dead skin. Because your skin's going to look much better if you get off that layer of just stuff. So if you're not, you know, going in there and really scrubbing it to get off the old stuff, it's going to start to build up and look like old or really super dry skin when it's really not. It just needs to be sloughed off. So this sounds so stupid, but kind of profound, right? So it's really important that you listen to me again. You wear your sunscreen, but allow yourself to get a little bit of sun on your face and on your arms and your torso and your legs. Don't be that afraid of the sun that you miss out on getting that wonderful vitamin D, which is so good for the skin and every single aspect of a healthy body. Vitamin D. Keep your diet nice and versatile. Get lots of different vitamins and minerals. I'm so passionate about that right now. I think, so you've got all of these foods, these ultra processed foods that are super convenient, highly palatable. They taste wonderful. They're so easy to get. They're very inexpensive. That we're not eating really just a simple whole foods based diet like we used to just go back to that. And then we get really good about going back to a whole foods based diet, but then we get in the rut of eating the same things over and over again. You've really got to diversify your diet. It's super important. So Melissa wants to see less ultra processed foods, a lot more whole foods based, food based with no ingredient list, single ingredient foods, but a diversity of them. And you are doing good. Melissa's proud of you. Keep the water coming in. Don't be afraid to, use those electrolytes. People like to buy electrolytes. You can, you don't have to. Take a little bit of real quality pink Himalayan salt or that Celtic salt I talked about, put it on your tongue, let it dissolve, drink your water. You've just got a ton of minerals just from doing that. You've got to sleep well to keep your collagen up. That's the Sculptra is not cheap. And what it does is it helps build the collagen. The Morpheus 8 is not cheap. What it does is help build the collagen. But if you're not sleeping, your body is not going to build it. And so you're completely wasting your money. Okay. Gut health, to my left is an MRT test, which is a food sensitivity test. Are you eating foods that you love? And especially if you're eating them every day, because you're in that rut of eating the same things, you could develop food sensitivities and it's actually causing inflammation in your body. So tests like that are very helpful. Also think about the pre-probiotic lotions. Great. Triluma, tretinoin, I think I'm saying that right. Retin-A, be careful with, especially, if it's summertime, you're out in the sun. Supplements, collagen is great. Omega-3, vitamin D, vitamin C, ceramides, hyaluronic acid. You can put it on the skin. You can also ingest it if it's meant to be ingested, and it's going to work from the inside out. Okay. And then think about these treatments, all different costs, all different downtimes, but I'm just telling you from personal experience that CO2 laser felt like labor. Rocked my world. And I sure wish I could just get it from my forehead down to my big toes, but I guess I can't. But I'm still on the lookout, and I promise I will always let you guys know if I have anything new. In fact, I wasn't going to say anything, but since it's next to me, I've got this drink I'm drinking. Can you hear it? It's got hyaluronic acid in it. It's got ceramides and it's got other things, and it tastes amazing. And it's supposed to be really good for your health, but especially for skin health. But I just started it. And you guys know I have to play with it first. I paid for it. I'm on a a subscription for it. I'm being diligent with it, and I will let you know if it's worth it. But right now, jury's out, except for the fact that it tastes good. So as always, I appreciate you tuning in today. I appreciate you guys so much. Like I said, this podcast is doing great. Would love to get a review from you. I haven't asked you for that. Reviews are helpful. It helps me get a nice big name. I have some big names coming, you guys. It's so exciting, but it helps me get big names. You sharing it, downloading it really helps. It helps me get the really cool people that I know you love to listen to, and you probably already listen to their podcasts, but let's get them on mine and let me ask them the hard questions. But I need your help, because the better that this podcast does, the more apt they are to make the time to get on here. And like the one that I have, she's a goat, but she's busy until November. So I'm interviewing her in November, but I'll take it. Anyway, your help helps me get other people on here that helps you. You see how that goes? So anyway, I hope you wake up feeling prepared, and of course, go to bed feeling proud. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Have a great rest of your week. Wow, we've reached the end. But before I leave you, I'd love to hear from you. After all, it's not every day that someone reaches out and asks for your opinion. And to me, your opinion does matter. So please share this episode with anyone that you think needs to hear this message. And remember to rate, review, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. My name is Melissa McAllister, and until next time, thank you for being your own health advocate.